In China, the official language is Chinese, and the official script is the Chinese character. That also is completely for granted. At the same time, Chinese characters have always been the writing system for writing Chinese language for thousands of years. But in history, there was another forgotten writing system to write the Chinese language. Of course, this is not the Latin script. By the way, the Latin script version of the Chinese script is another story. So, what is the forgotten writing system? The answer actually is 女书. So, what is 女书? In fact, this is very easy to understand. 女 means woman. 书 means book in noun, or to write in verb. When both characters are put together, this word will be able to mean the writing script or book that is used by women. So, we know that this is a special writing system only for women in use, and only women could learn and teach each other. In handwriting, writing 女书 may easier than the common Chinese characters. The common Chinese character system has 8 basic strokes, and the ancient people also summed out the most famous method, which is 永字八法, which means we can learn the basic Chinese handwriting skill, especially the brush pen's Chinese handwriting skill, by learning to write the character 永, because this character has all of the basic 8 strokes. Thus, until nowadays, the beginners learn the traditional brush pen's handwriting skill still by writing the character 永. Besides the 8 basic strokes, there still are other 24 strokes, so there are 32 strokes in all. If anyone wants to write all of the Chinese characters, he will have to learn all of the strokes. Compared with the common Chinese characters, 女书 only has 4 strokes. Then, 女书 also may easier to learn. We know that the Chinese character can express a thing, action, or adjective word. For example, this 纸 means to stop. This 纸 means paper. So the characters have the same pronunciation, but they can express the different meaning and have a different look. Therefore, Chinese characters have a very huge amount. There are thousands of characters that are the most commonly used. If we add other unfamiliar characters, the amount will be around 40,000 to 60,000. And even some dictionaries include more than 80,000 characters. However, 女书 is a phonogram writing system, which is similar to the Japanese kana and Latin script. So, 女书 don't have as much as the common Chinese character. Nowadays, there are approximately 2,000 characters in all, which is far less than the common characters amount. Speaking of which, I think you have some new feeling about this mystery script. So, it's time to talk about more history and the corresponding culture stories. 女书 lives in the world for more than hundreds of years at least, or even longer, and it might be about the oracle bone script in the Chinese Shang dynasty 3,000 years ago. In ancient China, there are very few women who could have the chance to learn about writing, reading, and be educated. So most of them couldn't read the common Chinese characters, but some women still wanted to write letters or other things. Maybe because of this point, 女书 was just created hundreds of years ago. The women of a family to communicate and chat on paper. Typically, the topics were about the family things, but not all of the women could understand this special writing system. Typically, the main women users might live in the regions of Hunan province. Nowadays, 女书 survived in these regions, and only some of the women who lived in Jiangyong County, Hunan province, can know the script, so 女书 also is called 江永女书. Now, with the time going, women can be educated and women can not only read the Chinese characters, but also more and more women have very high degrees. So, 女书 gradually lost its original function and the meaning of existing. Therefore, it has become an endangered script, and it needs to be protected by us in order to make it able to survive in our modern time. By the way, today, the characters of 女书 have been in Unicode, so now we are able to type out the characters on the computer. Okay, this is today's video, and thank you for watching. Hope you can like this video. Have a good day. See you next time.